Okay, we're at the Belle Reve, the 100th PGA Championship with PGA Tour coach Jake Thurm and my buddy John Richman. Where are you at, John?
The Golf Channel Academy at the Martin City Golf Center in Kansas City.
Right in your home backyard right now.
Right down the street.
I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm on a couch coming near you.
Instagram. Is Instagram an address?
Yeah, it should be.
So everybody talks about hanging back, and we got some tour players in the background here practicing out of the bunkers. But Jake, address the issue of getting to the lead side quickly and hanging back.
Well, pressure mapping for as long as I have, there's three big takeaways. Is that amateur, and the one we're going to focus on this video, is that amateurs don't get enough pressure soon enough to the lead side. This is something that a touring professional does not struggle with in the least. Trust me. In fact, they might overdo it.
Well, in fact, George Bryant was telling me his son Wesley was he thinks he's getting the pressure too quickly to the lead side, which causes you backup.
It could very well be.
Right.
But here's the thing. So when they struggle on 7,500 yard courses, they shoot 73.
Yeah.
Let's struggle like them.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
Yeah. Let's have their struggle. So we're gonna have them go all the way to the top. So how do we get pressure to the lead side? Now I just did a video on this. Check out the Instagram at Jake Thurm Golf, where basically a key is the treatment of the centers of rotation. I love to get rid of some of the myths that have been out there, maybe honestly maybe some of the things that I was told. So what I was told to bump my hips forward like I was bumping a car door. That I'll say one positive thing about that: if you're a chronic slicer, that could shift the baseline of the swing inside out and help you with your slice. But what you may have just done, even though you go home and go, yeah, I helped that guy with the slice, you might have just limited his own potential or her own potential in golf to create speed and power in a golf swing. What would be a better way in transition is if he actually keeps the upper center and the lower center stacked on top of each other in transition as he steepens this lead side. What he's really doing is he is moving down this way. So what we always see is we see an increase in the flex here and a steepening of the lead side of the pelvis. He's doing that as he's transitioning, and that's going to get the most amount of pressure to the lead side sooner. It also avoids an early side tilt or axis tilt. So if he bumps like this, that's a death move for a better player at high speeds. What we want to see, yes, we want to see a secondary tilt, but we want to see it later in the swing, not earlier in the swing. So if he stays on top now as he opens up, now we start seeing that secondary tilt that allows for the club to kick out and the path to be, the minimal amount of inside out that a good player like John would need.
Okay, so now a lot of guys talking about, some guys say, hey, we don't need to use technology in golf, and make it crazy. But how else would you measure the lateral speed or the transition from the trail to the lead side?
You can't. Basically, this is one of my favorite lines in the history of golf, because I have the utmost respect. We've spent time with Toski, Jim McLean, all these guys. One of my favorite lines in the history of golf would be Harvey Phoenix. I learned how to teach from teachers. I learned how to play from players. I'm going to add one more thing to that for me. I learned the technical from technology. To be honest, what I learned from those great teachers was how to communicate. But what I've learned from technology is what people are actually doing. It's 2018. We know exactly why that ball does what it does. We know all your rotations, your tilts, and your sequences. Stop going to people that are just sitting on the 7-iron and guessing.
Yeah.
If you truly want to improve, you have to be able to quantify improvement in this day and age. And I'll tell you what, the guys out here are not going to be interested in my opinion or what I think looks good. They're interested in results and how it functions.
Jake Thurm, John Richman, Terry Hashimoto at the 100th PGA Championship in Belle Reve, St. Louis, Missouri. Hash out.